Alright, welcome back to Hearts Fire and 4, Millennium Dawn modded playthrough of Greece. We are... Oh. Gotta be careful with that. That is how I stop recording every time. End up pressing the spacebar to start like one of the games playing. And then it auto pauses. That's the hotkey problem. Like, hotkeys are good and they're bad. Is the problems when you have overlap between two different pieces of software. Because that's what everyone does, is use the same hotkeys for everything. Alright, so Colombia and Venezuela are now at war with Brazil too. That's in Guyana. So Venezuela's screwed at this point. They're just gonna get ate by all their neighbors wanted all their territory. You know what it was? This time it wasn't drugs, it was oil. Because if Colombia's involved, they don't need the drugs. They just want the oil. I wonder if Colombian gas prices had gone up. Be interesting to know. But they got cocaine. They don't need any of the other stuff. They got the good stuff at home. They don't have to splice it with anything. They just go out and pick a plant. Get their own painkillers. I wonder if stuff like aspirin has a high use in countries like Colombia. Like, or do they just use cocoa plants? Or not, what are they called? That's the wrong plant. Um, it's like cocaine or something like that. I don't remember. I'll have to check. I'm gonna have to Google some stuff. The government loves my search history. That's all I know. And probably really likes the whole YouTube channel thing where it's just infinite wars. That's, yeah. I should do a peaceful playthrough. I don't know who I would do it with. Maybe a peaceful playthrough as an island nation. Be the most boring playthrough ever. Because you tap out on your economy and just sit there trying to influence everyone as fast as possible. And honestly, you could do it, but you'd have to influence another small island nation until y'all were to like working together to then have more influence for another smaller island nation. And you'd have to puppet them too. So you'd have a longer autonomy process as well. Because you're not gonna have the industry to lower their autonomy fast, and there may not even be enough buildings left to build. That sounds like a nightmare. That sounds like a horrible idea. Scratch it. I'm just not gonna do it. Like, it would probably be like the 2100 before you could call it and just be like, well, that's the playthrough. That's all I got. 100 years as a small island. All right, we've got Yeah, we've got two choices. We can go for more technically advanced Bulgaria or Algeria, who's entering the 1990s in technology. And I think still going for Algeria so we can hopefully go to Morocco is the plan. At least it's still my plan. And we're about done with this stack of factories. So that'll give us more stuff working on autonomy. We'll be able to lower the pheasant autonomy faster. Ooh, Venezuela did capitulate. Oh, I will crash my game if I go to 5s. The 5th speed bonus is not like something my computer is capable of doing. Processes get out of order, systems crash, memory gets overwrote before it should be overwrote. Save files get corrupted. You don't want to run it at 5. Yeah, pointers get unreferenced. All right, so everyone's trained in our armies. I'm going to go ahead and stop that. Yeah, both our airborne and our regular army are all trained up. And I think lessons learned from the last time. Until we have our rail line built, I will not put all our airborne airdrops and everything into it. All right. This would actually be a good supply hub. Should go across here too. Yeah, so this one I can actually place a supply hub here. That's actually really good territory for that. A little bit of redundancy across this front line with our supply line. Then we got our agent captured. That stinks. I do want to reserve right here is a hub, and here. I'm not going to put one on the angle. I'm going to actually put it on the front line. That way we do maintain. Yeah, and I can at least say we have a defense we can put forth. This is the other important one. Can't forget this back line here. We'll have this be the fallback point. Make sure that's not built under pheasant. Cancel it. Alright, so that's canceled. I am forced to put that supply hub here. It will not let me. That's one of the most annoying things I've seen. It won't let me keep. You see this? See the auto pop thing? Oh my god. Let me click it. Okay, that fixed it. That was really annoying. that was that was highly annoying. All right, I'm gonna drop our fuel trade again. Looks like we're doing okay. Yeah, we're actually got some bigger 1.3 years worth of fuel reserves. Got another factory freed up. I'll be able to lower consumption here soon. Yeah, I do need to start making more power plants again though. So back on the docket for construction after we get Benghazi integrated and the rest of the pheasant. All right, Panos, Kamenos. Looks like we're going to be doing all right. We got Fire and Forget already done. Let's get fire support drones. Our OLEVs. We want all the rockets. All right, so we did get the nuclear fuel. We have all the oil processing. Let's check our power situation as well. Only 107, so it's not high enough that I can straight away jump into consumer increases or decreases of fuel use. But I can early research this for the productivity growth, and we'll go with that. All right, let's check doctrines. Support destroyers would give Lord of the Sea, gives us battleship and battle cruiser bonuses. Fleet cruisers, surface detection, anti-air and armor, anti-ship, search and destroy. What is this? Sub detection. Honestly, the range isn't that good because nuclear vessels can go over basically the whole world. But the sub detection is really nice. Heavy frigate. Of units, heavy frigate. What is the difference between a frigate and a heavy frigate? What about stealth frigates? Anyway, I think I'm going to end up with support destroyers for the sub detection bonus there. Yeah, you get 15% sub detection with regular destroyers and 10% with stealth. While stealth get much better surface detection. Dominica? Not the Dominican Republic, but Dominica. Yeah, I'm not sure where that is. Might go look on the map. All right, and we're almost to that 4th gen aircraft frame. So that's pretty good. We'll be able to upgrade the Spartan here. And I almost have to make a Halo reference and call them the Spartan 2s. I'm sorry. It has to be done. The pop culture reference. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, we just need more population integrated into the country. Just so we can have more military units comfortably. Money-wise, all foreign investment. Yeah, because I can 9 billion, only like an 800 billion increase to max this. I could do it already. Not even crazy to do. So this is self-propelled artillery equipment, but I don't have a lot of vehicle research. That's the thing I do need to do, because we need engines. We're missing out on armor. We're missing out on a whole bunch of stuff we do need so that we can make good artillery. Oh, what happened to the infantry and the tanks? What happened in the NATO system there? All those units are gone. Oh, defense policies. Hold up. I'm going to get a little history. In the 1950s, the idea of a European defense community collapsed. Okay. Repair military. Wow, that's a lot of influence. 25% on all member states. Foreign affairs and security policy. Belgium, Croatia, United Kingdom remove NATO member, which grants war support, defense bonuses. And defense union. High Representative of the Union for Foreign Affairs and Security Policy gets to take this. Hold up. So that would be, what is that, like Cyprus? Cyprus? It's totally Cyprus. So Cyprus gets to declare. Oh, that's awesome. Like, wait a second. Wait a damn minute here. It's like, so the high representative of the Union for Foreign Affairs and Security gets to form the European Defense Union. Kick everyone out of NATO. Cyprus needs to get on this. We need this to actually happen. Okay, so you get like crazy improved relations bonuses, but no political power for that office. But you get to make the call to kick everyone out of NATO and form a European Defense Pact. Honestly, I'd rather everyone stay in NATO so I can declare war on Bulgaria. Otherwise, we might have to leave the EU here. I don't know what these do. Why Albania? What happens if we do this on the Albanian border? Or the Turkish border? Brazil, the Surinamese. Whoa, I can't say that one. Pridnestrovian. Oh, that must be a Ukraine thing. Norway? Why is Norway getting smoke? What did the Norwegians do? Maybe something up here? I don't know, man. I don't know about all of that. Anyway, we can annex Fez. We're gonna do it. The Fez have been annexed. Go ahead and cancel all those because they're gonna hinder our growth. We've got a couple unassigned divisions that we acquired. They're light infantry, so we'll roll them. Also need to check up on templates. We need to get rid of everything that's not Greek, which are definitely all of these. I do want either an IFV or a mechanized template though. But actually, you know what? I think I want to have a armored marine template. So we'll get rid of those too. I'm gonna do this right now before I spend all our stuff. We're gonna make this armored marine. Remove everything. No bonuses. Mechanized recon? No. Armored recon. Right, this is IFVs, yeah. Perfect. Combat support with helicopter for better movement. And we can get FPV drones for even better movement. Yeah, these should be good on hills, right? Fort, urban, hills. Yeah, so this is actually a good... Let's remove all that, actually. I want this to be a 40 width. I added tanks. What is this? No chance. No shot. Then I can add artillery in on this later. Yeah, so I'd want either self-propelled artillery or rocket artillery. Yeah, if I do these, gives you forest, lowers your amphibious. What does this do? And more mountain bonuses. 2.5% versus, I guess they're the same. Anything on hills? Doesn't look like it. I guess we could do this for either piercing or like hard attack or soft attack. I'd probably want hard attack. So something like that. And we'll go ahead and call it the 2022 Greek Marine. Best of the best equipment. Not an LAV. Where are... I mean, a Bradley's cool. Let's give him a Bradley with an ATGM. Like anti-tank guided missile right on it. Yeah, that looks perfect. Can I train one? We do have enough equipment to train a few divisions. It's definitely not our equipment. I can almost guarantee that is not our equipment. Yeah, so... Yeah, look at our equipment drop. Oh, man, I'm just gonna make 3. If I go any more than that, we'll run out of IFVs completely. And they're just not gonna have any main fighting force, which is completely pointless. We do have dockyards enough to make a full destroyer hull, but we don't have the light metal. I guess I do have APC hulls. Maybe I should go mechanized. It's gonna really just kill me to go mechanized. Because that's just steel. I'm not making a leopard battle. How do I get this? Troop transport. No, let's go IFV. See what guns we have. Terrible. Terrible guns. Wow. We'll just leave everything with what we have. Welded turret, I guess. We'll make it a medium suspension. Gonna be steel armor, I guess. Nope. It's gotta be a battle station. That's 10% reliability bonus. We don't have any spaced armor. Auto cannon. It'll be first gen mix. And that's basically the best we're gonna get it. It's this thing is terrible. Just give them mine protection and send them on their way. This thing's disgusting. This a piece of junk, but you know, we'll just go with that. Give it that, and that's gonna be our vehicle, I guess. Yeah, 9 soft attack to 3, so yeah, that's a little better. Better, but it's not like it's good. Alright, well, I'm gonna bump this up to the AA area. And drop that so we can make them. Alright. We've got the motors. We don't have the rocket pods yet. We also need the anti-tank guided missiles, so a lot to research. Probably gonna go for fully autonomous fighters, even though I will never use it. It just doesn't seem to work right. At least I don't know how to use it correctly. Oh. And yeah, so the Fez are in our country now. Looks like our total pop is almost to 40 million. Power situation's not really fixed. We are about to get 4th gen fighters. We have a steel problem now too. That's crazy. Oh yeah, I forgot to rescue our guy who was in Bulgaria. I think we just abandoned him forever. He's just gone. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to rush Chad. The integration of Chad is going to be rushed. Get those stacks at factories. I think I might just leave those. Yeah, that's probably fine. We'll just leave that like that. As we probably need to bump that up to extreme levels of production. Now I'm thinking about it. Tech metals, man. It's all tech metals. We have our own air superiority fighters, so we can make replacements, even though, yeah, it's just bad. It's just all around bad. I don't have a secondary force over here. That's where I'll put the Marines, probably. We'll put our Marines here and have them come from the desert, from the back. Then we're going to do all our airdrops into the back as well. And we'll force them into a very congested space. I think that's how I'm going to play this. Yeah, so we'll get more infantry units to fill out this entire region. Yeah, so the battle plan is totally... Oh god. Alright, we went back to economic boom. Let me slow this down a little bit so that it doesn't crash while I do this. So the battle plan for us, right? Here's our We've got enemies here. Here. Got enemy groups all along this point here. And then you've got forces in the back on this border here. So we're going to have one group put pressure here with the Marine forces. We'll have this entire front. Well, I guess it stops here. So we'll have this front just push right here and then swing towards this airfield. So that's that. Then we'll have paratroops drop into this gap. This whole gap here. And then over here. And what we're going to do is try and close first this encirclement. We want to encircle that. And then with our main ground forces pushed up against everything, we want to encircle this. Those are the two primary encirclements that would need to happen. And then we would need to hold our defensive front over there. And hopefully that would stop troop movement back and forth. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and close this off here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch everyone on the next episode. Y'all have a good one.